Beginner English Course Presentation 4. Phonics. A short sound. Bottom, bottom. Cotton, cotton. Hobby, hobby. Model, model. Chop, chop. Cut, cut. Beyond, beyond. Doctor, doctor. Hospital, hospital. Clock, a clock. Up, up. Cog, cog. Up, cup. Dollar, dollar. Knock, knock. Object, object. Cod, cod. Dot, dot. Rock, rock. Forgot, forgot. Not, not. Problem, problem. Cup, cup. Dog, dog. Phonics. A short sound. Done. Hog, hog. Job, job. Lop, lop. Nod, nod. Rot, rot. Ton. Fog, fog. Hot, hot. Lob, lob. Mob, mob. Not, not. Rod, rod. Tom. God, God. Jog, jog. Log, log. Mum. Pod, pod. Sod, sod. Tot, tot. Got. Jot. Lot. Mop. Pot. Sob, sob. Top. Parts of speech. Nouns. Singular and plural nouns. Nouns or names ending in ch, s, sh, s, or x. Take es at the end of the name in plural. Church, churches. Clutch, clutches. Gas, gases. Dish, dishes. Boss, bosses. Address, addresses. Tax, taxes. Fax, faxes. Parts of speech. Nouns, singular and plural nouns. Nouns or names ending in ch, s, sh, s, x. Take es at the end of the name in plural. One coach, many coaches. Swimming coach. One class, many classes. Parts of speech, nouns, singular and plural nouns. Nouns or names ending in ch, s, sh, s, or x. Take es at the end of the name in plural. One box, many boxes. One glass, many glasses. One fox, many foxes. Parts of speech, pronouns. Number. Each personal pronoun is either singular or plural in number. Singular is one, plural is more than one. Examples of singular pronouns: I, me, you, he, him, she, her, and it. Examples of plural pronouns: we, us, you, they, and them. The pronoun must agree in number with the noun that it is replaced. If the noun is the singular number, the pronoun must also be in the singular number. If the noun is in the plural number, the pronoun must also be in the plural number. Examples. Singular. The girl is playing with her doll. She has a nice crib. Plural. The girls are playing with their dolls. They have nice cribs. Parts of speech, pronouns. The boy is walking his dog. He is walking his dog. The children are swimming in the pool. They are swimming in the pool. We replace the word boy with he, the pronoun he. And we replaced the word children with they. Parts of speech, pronouns. The girl is singing. She is singing. The girls are reading books. They are reading books. She replaces girl. The pronoun she is for a female. They is used when we have two girls, two boys, more than one man, more than one woman. We use the word they. Parts of speech, pronouns. The man is talking on his phone. He is talking on his phone. The women are swimming. They are swimming. Beginner English Course Presentation 7. Phonics. Long A sound. A, wake, awake. D, a, day. Mist, ache, mistake. Sp, ace, space. Taste, taste. Alien, alien. Afraid, afraid. Grapes, grapes. Say, say. Spade, spade. Trade, trade. Available, available. April, April. Lake, lake. Pay. Plane, plane. Tail, tail. This is a story. Train, train. Chase, chase. Maid, maid. Shape, shape. State, state. Waste, waste. Fake, fake. Phonics. Long A sound. Able, able. Capable, capable. Flame, flame. His, eight, hesitate. Place, place. Table, table. Brace, brace. Cable, cable. Sail, sail. Lace, lace. Race, race. Trace, trace. Blade, blade. Calibrate, calibrate. Graze, graze. Mate, mate. Rate, rate. Cake, cake. Blame, blame. Crane, crane. Game, game. Name, name. Snake, ale, snail. Vibrate, vibrate. Parts of speech, nouns. Singular and plural nouns. If a singular noun ends in Y or O and is preceded by a vowel, the letter S is simply added with no other changes made. For example, singular noun, monkey. Plural noun, monkeys. Singular noun, tattoo. Plural noun, tattoos. Singular noun, bamboo. Plural noun, bamboos. Singular noun, radio. Plural noun, radios. Parts of speech, nouns. Singular nouns and plural nouns. Nouns ending in O. Take es at the end of the noun to form their plural. For example, singular noun, tomato. Plural noun, tomatoes. Singular noun, echo. Plural noun, echoes. Singular noun, hero. Plural noun, heroes. Singular noun, jingo. Plural noun, jingos. Parts of speech, nouns. Singular nouns and plural nouns. Some others have two forms of the nouns. Some have an S and an ES. Buffalo, buffaloes. Cargo, cargoes. Desperado, desperados. Halo, halos. Mosquito, mosquitoes. Zero, zeros. Parts of speech, pronouns. Case. There are three cases of pronouns in English grammar: subjective, objective, and possessive. A subjective pronoun is in the subjective case when it is used as the subject of a sentence. Personal pronouns that can be used as a subject are I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. Parts of speech, pronouns. Subjective pronouns. We are reading books. She is running in a race. They are dancing. I am cooking food. He is riding his bike. It flew high in the sky. Parts of speech, verbs. Future tense. Actions that will occur or happen in the future involve verbs in the future tense. For example, the intense waves will bash the coast for several days. The girls will be swimming in the swimming pool. The boy will run to the park. Parts of speech, adjectives. Adjectives of quantity. An adjective of quantity tells us the number, how many, or amount, how much of a noun. It doesn't say exactly how many or how much. I don't eat enough fruit. They brought along. Benjamin and Tamara's father passed away 2 years ago, and they inherited his estate. Benjamin wanted to do something worthwhile with his money. Benjamin was a very energetic, positive person who never saw anything as a challenge but in a favorable light. However, his sister was quite the opposite. She was reserved, a little staid, and a pessimist.
Tammy, with father's estate money, why don't we open some type of enterprise? I thought that it would be lovely to start a clothing boutique. We could look into the possibility of a new venture.
Well, I don't see why we should. I personally feel that Dad's money would be better left in our accounts. The venture will be too big.
I've made a business plan and the business is very promising. I don't understand you, but whenever I have a good idea, you are pessimistic.
Well, I'm just afraid that the venture will not work and then all the money will be for nothing. I also wonder at you. Do you really know what is involved in running your own business? It's a huge responsibility.
Yes, I know it is. I am ready for the challenge. It is not just the money that I am thinking of. It is the enjoyment of starting a business. It is something that I always wanted to do.
Well, I'm not going to give up my current employment. I like my job and the security in it.
You won't have to give up your job, I promise you that, but I would be grateful if you could agree with this venture. I would like you to sit down with me and discuss all the aspects of the business.
You can do it, but only with your share of the money. I'm not putting down a cent for your new venture. I also don't want to be involved in it at all.
I am so sorry about that. I would have liked your help. I will go about it with my share of the money. If ever you want to join me, you can let me know. This is the shop I would like to rent. What do you think of it? It is next to a major shoe store and a large grocery store. I think it will do very well as I will get a lot of walk-in customers.
What is the rent? It is probably high and this area would never be cheap.
It is expensive. I will be paying $400 every month to rent this shop, but you must realize it is in a prime spot.
Well, don't expect me to bail you out if you cannot afford the rent. And do you realize, what if your garments don't sell? What if there isn't a market for them?
Tammy, I have done my market research. I know exactly where to get my garments and how they will sell. There is no exclusive garment shop in this city.
But think, there are so many online stores selling exclusive outfits. You are shooting yourself in the foot. I could very well just go online and buy something.
You haven't thought of one thing. When you buy online, you cannot try the clothing on. This is a huge disadvantage. I never buy clothing without trying it on.
Well, I don't know why you don't just sell online. I think you're wasting a lot of money doing it this way. Why don't you build an online website and sell the garments online? I would do that.
Now you have really come up with a good sideline. I think a website would also be great. Let's do both.
I am only interested in the online option. The first thing I must do is look at your garment range. I will then make a definite decision.
I think that would be great. When we get home, I will show you the garments. Would you like to see my fashion range? We have a free evening to look and then you can decide whether you are interested or not.
Yes, I would be interested in seeing the range of clothing you would stock. We can then decide if an online website would be feasible.
Look at the range. Don't you think the garments are beautiful? There is also a casual boutique range. Look here. It is really classy stuff.
Wow, these garments are lovely. Where will you be getting them from?
They will be imported from Vietnam. They have a factory over there making a vast range of smart and casual wear. I am going to order a huge shipment of clothing.
I would say that it is mighty risky. Just imagine putting all of Dad's money on this and all the stress of running the business side of the business.
Well, I'm very thrilled about the business venture. It has been my dream for many years. It will give me something constructive to do.
Very well. I'll have a look at the clothing and prices and start looking for a good website builder to build a new website.
Fantastic. I'm so pleased you are joining me in some way.
Benjamin started his business 3 months later, and after 6 months he was raking in big money. Tamara's online store was also making a lot of money, and she decided to leave her job to join her brother with the clothing boutique. Phrasal verbs. A phrase is when there is more than one word. A phrasal verb is when there is more than one verb which forms a special meaning. For example, break down. The company called us to help with a breakdown. This means a machine is not working, it is broken. Phrasal verbs. Example, took off. The airplane took off from the airport. I took off work because I was ill. The man took off down the road. This means the man ran away very fast. Phrasal verbs. Work out. My new job will work out. This means my new job will be successful. I did a workout at the gym. This means I did exercise at the gym. I must work out the monthly profit and loss. This means I must calculate the monthly profit and loss. I have to work out how the machine operates. This means I must find out how the machine operates. Phrasal verbs. Get on. Tammy and Maria don't get on. This means that they argue and fight. I get on well with my friends. I must get on with my work. That means I must carry on working. Phrasal verbs. Bring up. I had to bring up the subject. That means I had to start speaking about a certain subject. She brings up her children well. That means she looks after her children well. You will bring up your food if you eat too much. That means you will vomit if you eat too much. Phrasal verbs. Put on. I put on the light. This means I turn the light on. I put on a foreign accent. I put on a show. These mean that I put on an act. I was acting. I put on a red dress. This means I changed into a red dress. Phrasal verbs. Run out. I will run out of paper. This means my paper is nearly finished. Call off. I called off the meeting. This means I told everyone that there wasn't going to be a meeting. Doze off. I dozed off after 10 minutes. This means I went to sleep after 10 minutes.
Today we're going to do full body workout, 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're going to have 10 moves and we're going to repeat them twice. The only equipment you need is some weights, and if you don't have any dumbbells, you can totally use some water bottles and be creative with it. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the workout. I'm just going to put the timer on. Okay, let's go. So the first move we're going to do is wide to narrow push-up. Okay, so we're switching from wide push-up to a tricep push-up here. In the upward portion of the move, I want your booty tight, I want your belly tucked in, and really keep everything nice and strong. If you can do this move, you can do it on your toes. I'm doing it on your knees. It's just a little bit easier, but you can totally modify to your liking. And really breathe here. Amazing job. Okay, really push yourself. Go down, chest to the floor. Okay, great. Next move we're gonna do, we're just gonna row it here and tricep kickbacks, okay? So bend down from your hips, row like you're pinching a pencil, and just tricep kickback here. Okay, we're gonna stay down, row, tricep kickback. Amazing. Great job. I want your elbows in the tricep kickback. I want it up. I don't want them down. I don't want them here. I want everything nice and strong. Okay? Great job. Awesome. Row in. Pinch a pencil. Tricep kickback. Awesome. Really push it. Core has to be tight, okay? Core has to be tight and spine straight. Awesome job. Okay, a little break. Next move is squat to a shoulder press. Okay, let's just like loosen it up here. Take a little break to give those muscles a little time to rest. And then I'm going to use the heaviest weights I have. And you're just going to squat down and press. Squat and press. Your feet are hips width apart. You're just going down like you're sitting in a chair here, and just go row it up. Press it up. Just press it up. Awesome. Okay? Great job. Really make this strong. We can do this together. Just focus on that form. I would rather you give me slower movements halfway with a proper form than go crazy fast and just, yeah, phoning it in. We're done. Okay, so the next exercise that we're gonna do is a deadlift with a hammer curl. We're just gonna do a deadlift here and hammer it up. Okay, let's take a little break. Now, let's do it. Okay, so deadlift and a hammer curl. In a deadlift, it's important to keep your spine straight and slightly bend your knees. Like this, really make that connection. Okay, and the upwards portion, when we're doing the bicep hammer curl, it's really important to keep your elbows to your side. You're not flaring the elbows. Continue doing the move. Amazing. Really push yourself here. Go as low as possible And don't round your back here. Keep it straight. Awesome. Elbows inside. Great job. Amazing. Okay, great. We're done. Take a little break here. Awesome. Okay, so the next move that we're gonna do, I'm gonna grab my heaviest weights. You can also grab whatever you like. We're gonna do a chest press into a bridge. Okay, we're gonna go down and we're just gonna bridge up when we're pressing. Okay, press and bridge up. Awesome. Okay, so you're keeping those weights chest level. I don't want them up, I don't want them down. You're keeping them chest level. And really, really squeeze. You're not dropping your elbows to the ground. You're keeping a little distance. And really squeeze that booty. Tuck in that core. Amazing job. Really create that muscle tension here and push it. That booty is going to burn. But that's the whole point. We have to burn it. We have to give our maximum. I don't want anything less. Amazing. We're working every muscle group in this workout, hitting our whole body. Awesome. Okay, we're done. Let's go up. Great job. The next move we're gonna do is we're gonna go down into a plank and we're gonna do a plank rows. Okay? Let's do it. Let's go into a tight plank here. And just row it. Row it left and right. Switch your hands. It's really important to keep everything straight. It has to. Your spine is straight. And just row it. A nice line. Your booty, your spine, your neck is in line. And just row here. Really, I don't want your hips going up and down. We're keeping everything nice and straight. And really row it hard. Row. And breathe, don't pass out. We're not here to pass out, we're here to breathe and really work our muscles. We need to oxygenate them. Great. Really breathe here. That muscle connection. Make it strong. If you can't and you're struggling here, go to your knees. Totally fine. You can row it here. No shame. We are all in a different fitness level. That does not mean if you don't work for it, you're going to get it there. You're going to get there, trust me. Just work hard. Amazing job. So the first move we're going to do is on our left. We're going to do some free pulses and down. Free pulse butt kicks, okay? And then down. Okay, so tighten your core here and just lift as high as possible, okay? 90 degrees in those knees. Amazing job. Just really pulse it here. Amazing. Work that booty. We're sculpting it here. Awesome. Amazing job. Okay, so here you can flex your feet here. You're not pointing. Just flex it. Awesome. Tighten the core. Remember, it's really important. And yeah, let's do it. Awesome job. Great. Okay, now let's turn to the other side and do the same thing. Okay, so we're just gonna do free pulses and down. Okay, let's do it. Free and down. Free and down. This is really gonna hammer the booty, gonna work it hard, gonna make it grow. Working that gluteus maximus muscle, it's amazing. Amazing job. Okay, now I want you to breathe here. It's not one of the hardest workouts in the world, but it is definitely amazing for toning that booty. It's gonna be amazing. Just work it hard. Pulse as high as possible. Really push it here. The more effort you give me, the better results you're going to get. And who doesn't want good results? Amazing job. Okay, so let's go into a bridge with knee kicks. You're gonna lay down on your back and you're just gonna kick it. Okay, knees 90 degrees and kick it. Lift your booty as high as possible. Tighten the core. Okay, so you're lifting everything off the ground, your booty, your lower back, and try to squeeze that booty at the top. Really go as high as possible. Amazing job, squeeze it. Awesome. Work it. Work that booty. Who doesn't want a nice round booty? If you want a nice round booty, you have to work for it. I want it to burn. I want it to scream. I want you to scream and burn. Maybe an occasional cry. But yeah, just do it. Okay, great job. Okay, so the next exercise is going to be straight leg curls. Point your toe. And yeah, we're going to do it on the left. Let's do it. Okay, so your leg has to be high up. I don't want it low here. I want it as high as possible, working the booty and curling that leg. Amazing job. We're hitting the hammies too, you know, in this move. But we're really isolating that booty at the top while we're holding it isometrically. And then we're just like hammering it here. Amazing job. A little bit more. Okay, just a tiny bit more. Amazing job. Focus on that booty, squeezing it hard. Great job. Great job, guys. A little bit more. And then we're going to turn it and do the other side. Okay, so let's turn it to the other side. So, straight leg, okay, as high as possible. Let's do this. Curl. Awesome. Curl it. Create that muscle tension. Here, everything is nice and tight. Your core is never released. It's always tight. Your belly button is drawn into your belly, into your ribs. Awesome. Great job. Push. Push. Awesome job, guys. A little bit more. Really squeeze that booty. Squeeze. It's gonna burn. I know it burns for me too. But you have to work hard. Like you have to. It's a must. Booty, we have to hammer it. Okay. Great job. A little bit more. Okay, great. Now we're gonna go into a crab pose here. On your feet and your hands, and you're just gonna lift here. Just lift it. And then down slowly. Lift fast and slowly down. Core is in tight and just lift. Amazing job. Okay, so here we're squeezing the booty at the top, slowly lowering it in the eccentric motion, and then just continue doing that. Awesome job. We're also hitting a little bit of core here, which is amazing. But yeah, that booty's worked. Okay, don't go with your neck too down. Like, don't strain your neck. Just keep it nice and neutral here. We're focusing on that booty. The booty is a priority here. Amazing job. Awesome. Really slow it down. Slow it down. Okay? Great job. Okay, so the next move is going to be a donkey with a 45-degree kick. Okay, so we're going to go donkey, and then we're going to go to the side and kick. Okay, donkey and kick. Donkey, and then kick it while you're up. Okay, great job. And then back. Donkey and kick and down. Okay, so we're working all parts of our booty here. It's amazing. All parts of our booty. Awesome. We're also doing some adductions here. You see, to the side. Working the side of the booty. You know, we have to do all of the, parts of the booty. It's really important. All those muscles there. Awesome job. And really breathe here. We're also hitting the core, okay? We're done. Let's go to the other side. Awesome job. Okay, let's do the same thing, guys. Donkey, and then just kick to the side. And really point that leg a little bit up here, you know. So it's like turning upwards. Awesome. In this position, you have to keep your core tight. You have to, okay? It's a must. You have to keep everything nice and strong. Your core is protecting your back. And if you are not tightening it, then, yeah, just push here a little bit more. Amazing job. We're doing great. We are doing great, guys. Just a little bit more. I love this move. It's working your whole booty. Awesome. Great job. Let's do it a little bit more. Amazing. Okay, great. Now, we are going to do some Superman lifts in and out. So what are we going to do here? We're just going to lay down. Upper body's on the ground. Resting. You're lifting up, in, out, down. Okay. Up, in, out, down. So you're lifting up your whole booty and then down. Up, in, out, down. Remember the pattern and continue it. I want your booty squeezed as high as possible. You can just a little bit. You have a little bend in your knees, it's fine. Rest your upper body on the ground. We're not working that back today. Only our booties. Okay, guys. Awesome job. Awesome job. Give me a little bit more. Really squeeze that booty. We're really working that booty from top to bottom. Everywhere. Awesome. Just give me a little bit more. Amazing. Great. A tiny bit more. Squeeze. Squeeze it. Give me everything you've got here. Everything you've got. One more. Awesome job. Okay. Guys, you did an amazing job today. We really worked that booty. I hope you enjoyed this workout. And if you did, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell down below so you can see the new videos that we're posting. And tell us in the comments below, what videos do you want to see next on our channel? Okay, so have a great day and see you next time. Bye, guys.
De la Academia AINEK. Are you ready? ¿Listos? Let's begin. Vamos a comenzar. Today, hoy, we're going to learn, vamos a aprender how to introduce yourself. Cómo presentarte. There are many greetings en español. Hay muchos saludos. Buenos días, good morning. Buenas tardes, good afternoon. Buenas noches, good evening. Let's repeat. Vamos a repetir. Buenos días. Buenas tardes. Buenas noches. It's important to know, es importante saber, buenas noches could be used, puede ser usado when we go to sleep, cuando vamos a dormir. Buenas noches, okay? So remember, recuerda, buenas noches could be good evening or good night. Let's continue, vamos a continuar. Buenos días in the morning, from 6 to 12, desde las 6 de la mañana hasta las 12. Buenas tardes, good afternoon. From 12 to 6. Desde las 12 hasta las 6. Buenas noches. Good evening. From 6 to 12 at night. En la noche. Let's continue. Vamos a continuar. This is a typical conversation, una conversación común. Hola, ¿cómo estás? How are you? And there are many answers. Hay muchas respuestas. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. Very good. Bien. Good. Más o menos. So. Mal. Muy mal. Okay, so let's practice. ¿Cómo estás? Can you give me an answer? ¿Puedes darme una respuesta? ¿Cómo estás? Practice with your friends. Practica con tus amigos. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. Bien. Más o menos. Mal. Muy mal. Okay? And when you get an answer, cuando tienes una respuesta, you can ask. Puedes preguntar. ¿Y tú? And you. For example, por ejemplo, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. ¿Y tú? Muy bien, gracias. Let's continue. Vamos a continuar. ¿Cómo te llamas? It's asking for your name. Pregunta tu nombre. ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo María. Me llamo Antonio. Me llamo Carlos. ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo te llamas? Can you tell me your name? ¿Puedes decirme tu nombre? Me llamo... Okay. In my case, en mi caso, me llamo María. Okay, practice with your friends. ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo Juan. Me llamo María. Let's continue. Vamos a continuar. ¿Dónde vives? Where do you live? We're using the verb vivir, to live. ¿Dónde vives? Vivo en Sudáfrica. Vivo en México. Vivo en Argentina. ¿Dónde vives? Can you give me the answer? ¿Puedes darme la respuesta? In my case, en mi caso, vivo en México. Practice with your friends. Practica con tus amigos. ¿Dónde vives? Let's continue. Vamos a continuar. ¿De dónde eres? We're using the verb to be, ser. ¿De dónde eres? Where are you from? Soy de Estados Unidos. That's your case. Can you repeat? Soy de Estados Unidos. Soy de México. That's not my case. No es mi caso. Soy de Venezuela. That's my case. Es mi caso. Soy de Venezuela. But you can see the difference. Puedes ver la diferencia. Soy de Venezuela. Vivo en México. Different countries. Diferentes países. Let's continue. Vamos a continuar. ¿Qué haces? What do you do? ¿Qué haces? As you can see, the H is silent. La H es muda. We don't say hola. No decimos hola. We say hola. So the H is silent. ¿Qué haces? What do you do? Soy estudiante. Soy profesor. Soy doctor. Now, can you answer? ¿Puedes responder? ¿Qué haces? In your case, en tu caso, soy estudiante. In my case, en mi caso, soy profesora. Okay, remember there is a feminine and masculine noun. In my case, soy profesora. For this picture, para esta imagen, soy profesor. O, for example, soy doctor. And a doctor? Soy enfermera. A nurse? Okay. Let's continue. Vamos a continuar. ¿Qué te gusta? What do you like? Me gusta el chocolate. Me gusta la leche. Me gustan los libros. Me gustan las mariposas. Okay, as you can see, me gusta, me gustan. What is the difference? ¿Cuál es la diferencia? If we're talking about a singular noun, si hablamos de un sustantivo singular, el chocolate, la leche, we use the verb in singular, me gusta. But in this case, en este caso, los libros, Las mariposas is plural. So it will see, me gustan. Okay, that's very important to know. Es importante saberlo. So the question, la pregunta, ¿qué te gusta? Can you give me an answer? ¿Puedes darme una respuesta? ¿Qué te gusta? For the picture, para la imagen, me gusta el chocolate. Me gusta la leche. Me gustan los libros, because it's plural. Me gustan. Me gustan las mariposas. Practice with your friends. Practica con tus amigos. ¿Qué te gusta? And of course, we have the negative form. Tenemos la forma negativa. ¿Qué no te gusta? No me gusta la cebolla. Yeah. No me gusta el invierno. Winter. No me gustan las flores. No me gustan los mosquitos. ¿Y a ti? ¿Qué no te gusta? Can you give me an answer? ¿Qué no te gusta? So now let's review. Vamos a revisar. ¿Puedes presentarte en español? Can you introduce yourself in Spanish? Let's review. Vamos a revisar. So for this, I have a friend. Tengo una amiga. Ana. Okay? So I will say, hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, ¿y tú? Muy bien, gracias. ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo Ana. ¿Y tú? Me llamo María. ¿Dónde vives? Vivo en Perú. ¿Y tú? Vivo en México. ¿De dónde eres? Soy de Perú. ¿Y tú? Soy de Venezuela. ¿Qué haces? Soy doctora. ¿Y tú? Soy profesora. ¿Qué te gusta? Me gusta el chocolate. Me gusta la cebolla. ¿Y tú? Me gustan las flores. Flowers. Me gusta la leche. Me gusta la leche. Me gustan las mariposas. ¿Qué no te gusta? No me gusta el invierno. Winter. No me gustan los mosquitos. Okay? So now, can you introduce yourself? ¿Puedes presentarte a ti mismo? Practice with these questions and you can introduce yourself in Spanish. Practica estas preguntas y puedes presentarte en español. Nice to see you. Un gusto verte. Adios. Goodbye. Adios.
Today.
Good. I'm fine. Thank you so much.
My name is Ariel, and it's nice to meet you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So you're in St. John's, Newfoundland, correct?
Yes.
Well, amazing. And you're having a job interview coming up. Can you give me some details about that, please?
Yeah, so this is basically a project planner role. And I worked as a project planner for more than 15 years. In St. John's, I worked for 8 years, actually 7 years, and also worked in Ontario. So this position is in Ontario, and so yeah, that's the main thing.
Okay, awesome. And you said that you would send me some questions, but I hadn't received them, but I have prepared my own list of questions.
Yeah, I thought that first I'll go with your questions, and then probably the next meeting I'll send you the other ones as well.
Perfect. Okay. So this role that you're applying for is in Ontario. What part of Ontario?
This is in Ottawa.
Okay. And like, is it construction, project management, or with government, or what industry?
Yeah, so this one of the owner, they are actually having to build a building for till 2030. It's a 10 years plan, and the contract is for 36 months contract. So they just wanted me to come over. I mean, not me. They wanted any candidate to come over and join a planning team and initially do the planning work for those projects.
Okay.
And I believe the execution gonna start maybe after 2 or 3 years. The actual construction means.
Perfect. And how did you find out about this position? Was it just through a job board?
Yeah, so I found the LinkedIn.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So that's something that they may ask you as well. That's really common, is like, how did you find out about this position? So what we can do is go over.
So what happened, I got an 30 minutes interview already with the HR.
Mhm.
So she called me a couple of times and then she said, I need to talk to you about this position, why you applied it, why, so what was your role before, those kind of stuff. And then after that, she said, okay, if you are selected, I will send you an invitation for a second step of the interview with the decision team. So now in their team, I believe there are 3 guys. One is the director, who is in charge of this all project, and second is, I believe, one of his colleague, and third is a civil engineer, so who is actually in execution stage. So these 3 person will come on the interview as board.
Perfect. Okay. So so you've done all of that. So now you're going into a more technical role where they're going to be asking more about your experience and really evaluating if you're a good fit for the team. Have you ever done an interview like this before?
Yeah, a long time ago. I had an interview in 2004, which is my major project. I did the interview for a maritime link project, and they had 4 different interviews at that time, actually 3. So one was the initial interview with the HR, and second was the technical interview, and third was, again, they asked me to come to St. John. I fly over from Ontario to St. John, and so their group of 4 people had an interview, and then that interview was actually scheduled for an hour, and it lasted for 3 hours. So I had that interview before.
Wow. Okay. And are you currently employed, or are you just looking for a change?
No, I am not employed at this moment, but in my LinkedIn profile, it looks like I'm working, but I'm not working with someone, but I'm working with my own company as a freelance.
Exactly. And that's, I'm from Canada. I'm living in England, and with COVID, I'm freelancing. So on my resume, I always I put that kind of work, because you're still making money, and it's like you don't have a blank in your employment history. You're just switching what kind of employment you are. You're doing something more for you than instead of a company.
Yeah. So the same question, actually, the HR lady asked me about it. She said that because we looked into your LinkedIn profile and it sees that you're already working. So are you still working? When are you going to be available for this position? I said, I'm working as a freelancer, and this company actually belongs to me. So I'm using that name of that company, but I'm also working in a way that I'm working in the short-term projects. Like in Newfoundland, there are a couple of construction companies. So they give me some kind of job, like for a month or for 15 days kind of thing. And so then she asked me, do you have any current project in your hand at this moment? Because I think she was getting some kind of assessment that I'm available or not. I said, no, I don't have any project at this moment. And then she asked me, are you in a process of applying somewhere else? I said, no, I'm not. So I'm free.
Yeah. And that's just for them to evaluate, how committed are you to working for this, because it is sounding like a long-term project, and the fact that you would have to move as well, it's very committing. So I'm sure she's going to be asking a lot of questions along those lines, and especially in your next interview, something a bit more confrontational about where you see yourself going. Do you have the ability to move? So would you like us to practice some of those questions?
Okay.
So if you were selected for this job, would you have any family members that would have to move with you?
Yeah, so yeah, she now I remember. She also asked me that why you applied here in Ottawa. So the thing is that because I'm not working anymore in any of the company in St. John, and now I'm ready to relocate from here. So my son actually is getting married this year, and he actually rented an apartment in Ottawa, and he believes that Ottawa is a good place to start with his career, with my other son's career, and also he asked me to apply in Ottawa. So that's why then I looked into Ottawa jobs, and the first job I found, and then I applied there. So I have my wife, my one son, and my daughter with me, living with me. So they will also move and ready to move. They are not. I mean, my son is not working right now, but he's also looking another job because of the COVID, and that would be kind of a new start to move from one place to the other.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. And what is your education history? What background do you have
Oh, I
that
should
would
send
make you
you my
suited for
CV
this?
actually, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a civil engineering, and then I have a master's degree from George Washington University. So this is a combination. My education basically is a combination of civil engineering and also IT. And then when I started looking at jobs, initially I worked as a civil engineer, as a structural engineer. Then after that, I realized that I should be more involved into the construction management thing. And there is a software called Primavera P6. So I get training for Primavera P6, and then from I think more than 15 years I'm engaged with that software. And that software is basically is a planning tool and the scheduling tool for the bigger project. So initially I started with the smaller project. Then from 2014, actually 2012, I moved to the mega project. So mega project definition is any project which is more than $1.5 billion. So I moved to the mega project. And so this job is identical to one of my previous job, and I wanted to sync the previous job, because in planning there are two ways to work. The one way is that you work with the client as a client representative. Means that the client actually offer a project, and then you work as a client, and then they allocate or they award a different contract to the subcontractors and the contractors, and you get the schedules or plans or reports from the contractors integrated to the master schedule. So there is one way. And the second is you work with the major contractors. So I worked on the both ends. I worked with but why I applied here is one of the reason is that I also wanted to be a part of the client representative organization. And this is a good organization to work with. So that's the main reason.
Okay, really good.
Hi guys, welcome to Axelson channel. My name is Silvia, and this is a 10-minute video of yoga focusing on neck injury and whiplash. If you've suffered from those exercises might be helpful. So for this we will start sitting in a crossed leg position. If sitting like this on the floor is uncomfortable, you can use your prop if you have one, or you can use a pillow. So please grab your prop for sitting position. Make sure that you are sitting nice and tall onto the sit bone, so maybe remove the flesh of your buttocks so that you're feeling the sit bone on the floor or on the prop. And we will start by testing our range of movement of your neck, so if you've had neck injury or whiplash. So we will inhale to the center, and we will do a tiny movement towards the left to check the range of movement. Without straining, so just check and listen to your body. We inhale again to the center. We exhale to the right. Again, checking here where it starts hurting or if it hurts at all. Inhale to the center. Exhale, looking down without straining the neck too much. So check if here it's comfortable for you to go down. Tiny movement to check the range of movement of your neck. Inhale back up. And exhale, looking up without straining the neck, so trying to look up as much as you can. Testing again, we're testing the range of movement here. And exhale, come back to the center. And then from here we will come to cat-cow position. So all fours, spreading the fingers wide on the mat, hips on top of your knees and shoulders on top of your wrists. Top of the feet is glued to the mat. And here we will try to keep the neck nice and long, so without either looking down or trying to look up. So let's make the vertebrae of your neck in line with the rest of the spine. So you are aiming for a neutral spine. Take an inhale here through the nose and an exhale through the nose. And then we will start to do some cat-cow position. Inhale, tilt the pelvis up, lift the tailbone, lift the chest without straining the neck too much, so without looking up too much. And exhale, round the back, tilt the pelvis down without looking down too much. Again, we're just testing the range of movement. Inhale up, lift the tailbone, lift the chest without straining the neck too much. Exhale, round, tilt the pelvis down, round the back, open the shoulder blades. Once again, inhale, lift the tailbone up, lift the chest. Exhale, round, open the shoulder blades. One last time, inhale, lift the tailbone up, lift the chest without straining the neck too much. Exhale, down, open the shoulder blades. And then on the last exhale, after you've done your last exhalation, come back to neutral spine. Take an inhale here, and from here we will lift the left arm towards the top of the mat, parallel to the floor. Again, we are not looking up, we are trying to take the neck as long and in line with the rest of the spine as we can. And take it down, exhale. Inhale, right hand, right arm parallel to the floor. And exhale, down. Inhale, lift, left hand. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. And stay here for a big inhale, keeping the spine neutral. And exhale through the nose. On the next inhale, we will take the right hand towards the ceiling, twisting with the spine. The neck doesn't necessarily have to twist, so we're twisting more with the spine rather than the neck. And exhale, we take the right arm underneath the left. We rest the forehead on the floor, the side of the head on the floor. Take a deep inhale here and an exhale through the nose. And we come back up. Readjust your all four position. Inhale, lift the left hand towards the ceiling, open the chest without straining the neck too much, so we're twisting more from the spine. Exhale, we take the left arm underneath the right, resting the side of the head on the floor, hips high. One breath, and then we come back up. And then from here we take a kneeling position. I will face you. If kneeling is uncomfortable, you can use your prop or your pillow and place it underneath so that you're kind of straddling the prop. If that gives you more length of the spine. So feel free to use whatever props you need. So sitting nice and tall, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. We take an inhale, hands to the ceiling, palms to touch. And here we try to relax the shoulders. So we're not crunching the shoulders up here. We're taking the shoulders away from the ears, even if the arms are up towards the ceiling. And exhale, we bend the elbows, we point our fingertips towards the back. Inhale, lift the hands, neck is always tall and relaxed. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. One last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. And then release, come back to neutral spine. Maybe shake the elbows, shake the shoulders a little bit. And then from here we come to a crossing leg sitting position again. Again, use the props or the pillows if you need. And then we will grab the knees here and we will inhale, lift the chest without straining the neck. Imagine someone is pulling a piece of string from your the crown of your head up till the ceiling. So this part of the neck is nice and tall. So we're just inhaling, lifting the chest, not the neck. Slightly arching the back, and exhale, we come back to neutral spine. Inhale, grow tall with the neck, arch the back slightly, lift the chest. Exhale, come back to neutral spine. Inhale, lift the chest, maybe grabbing the knees harder if you need. Exhale, come back. And then come back to neutral spine, release the hands, and we will interlace the hands in front of our face, placing them onto our forehead. And we will apply a slight pressure towards our hands, so like you want to push your head towards your hands. So big inhale here. Exhale, push towards your hands. Push your head towards your hands. And then inhale, come back, release slightly. And on the exhalation, you push again. Applying some pressure. Inhale, release. Exhale, push. Inhale, release. Exhale, push. And then release the hands. Feel free to do this a few more times if you need to pause the video and do this a little bit more in order to strengthen the muscles of the neck and to see where they are at their recovery. And then we will interlace the hands again. This time we place them behind the base of the skull. And again we will inhale, and on the exhale you push the head towards your hands. Inhale, release. Exhale, push. Inhale, release. Exhale, push. Everything else is relaxed. The back is nice and tall. Inhale, release. One last time. Exhale, push. And then release the hands. And then we take slightly small circles with our head, so we bend towards the right again, trying to just to check our range of motion here, coming back up. Exhale to the left and up, and then we look down, checking the range of motion here without straining, and up, and lifting the chest, look up without straining too much, and come back down. And then we will end the video with 3 rounds of Oms, taking the hands in prayer here. We inhale, and on the exhale pronounce the sound Om. So inhale, Om. Inhale, inhale, bowing down, namaste. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and please. Hi guys, welcome to Axelson channel. My name is Silvia and today we will do a 10-minute yoga video focusing on lower back pain, knee pain and tired legs. So we will try to ease the discomfort in this area of the body. We will start by sitting cross-legged. If sitting on the floor is uncomfortable, you can have a prop and sit on it. Or you can use a pillow if you don't have a prop. So sit nice and comfortably onto your pillow or to the floor, whatever is more comfortable for you. We sit nice and tall for a few moments, becoming aware of the breathing coming in through the nose and out through the nose. And let this breath awareness be with you throughout the whole practice. Then from here, I will turn around so that you can see. We will take the hands on the knees. We will take some cat-cows in sitting position. So on the inhale, we arch the back slightly, chest up, maybe looking up. Exhale, we round the back. Open the shoulder blades, look down towards your belly button. And again, one inhalation, one movement. Open the chest. And exhale, the opposite movement. Inhale. And exhale in your own time. When you finished your last exhalation, come back to neutral spine. Take the hands down on the mat and we come to all four towards the center of the mat. And make sure that this is a nice and balanced all four, so the shoulders are on top of the wrists and your hips are on top of the knees. So this takes already weight away from your pelvis and releases the lower back because it's nice and balanced position. If your knees here are hurting, you can have a pillow underneath your knees. Or you can have a roll-up blanket or towel if you want. Feel free to use to prop up any way you want. And then from here we will start to lift the left arm towards the top of the room, parallel to the floor. And then we raise the opposite leg, so right leg lifts, flexing the foot, parallel to the floor, so not too high without arching the back. And we take it down. We repeat, inhale, both left arm and right leg lifts and down. Inhale once more on the same side and down. Other side, right arm lifts 90 parallel to the floor, opposite leg lifts, flexing the foot without arching the back. We take it down on the exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And from here we take the knees as wide as the mat and we drop down into a child's pose, resting the forehead on the floor, extending the arms to the front of the mat. Dropping the pelvis down towards your heels. Imagine someone is squashing you down so that you are releasing the weight of your lower back. One more breath. On the next inhale, come back up to all four. Briefly, we will then extend the hands towards the top of the mat. We will take the left leg in, coming into our pigeon position. For pigeon, you can have the back leg totally straight, or you can bend it a little bit. Again, you can put your pillow underneath your knee if you want, for more comfort. And then you can have the shin parallel to the mat, or you can have the foot closer to your pubic bone, wherever you are. Planting the fingertips down on the floor, inhale, look up, and exhale, we fold. Either you will be down onto your forearms, or maybe your head can rest on both hands, releasing the tension of the left hip. Slowly we come back up. We take it towards the back again into all four briefly, and then we take the right leg in. Again, choose your option. You can have the left knee bent, you can have your pillow underneath your knee for knee pain. And then take the hands down on the floor, inhale, look up, and exhale, fold. And then slowly take it up again. Take it to an all four. Once again, let's make the shoulders on top of the wrists and hips on top of the knees. And we take some cat cows here again. Inhale, slightly arch the back. Lift the chest, look up. Exhale, tilt the pelvis down, round the shoulder blades, round the back. Look down towards your belly button. In one inhalation, one movement in your own time. And one exhalation, the opposite movement. We do this once more. And then we come back to neutral spine. We come to sitting down again. And from here we take a nice lying down position. For your lying down position, feel free to prop yourself up. If you need to have a pillow underneath, you can do so. Take the heels towards your pelvis so that your fingertips are touching your heels. And here slightly lift the hips up towards the ceiling, engaging the glutes, lifting yourself up. Holding it here for 1 or 2 breaths. And slowly taking it down. Take the knees in towards the chest. Round, circling around to massage the lower back. Change direction. And then come to stillness. Take the feet towards the ceiling, flexing the feet, grabbing hold of the feet from the outer edges and dropping the knees down, opening the hips, feeling the lower back flattening down on the floor. Maybe moving from side to side. And then take the feet down on the floor, as wide as the mat. Take the knees in. Take both hands onto your belly. Take 2 cycles of breaths here. And then we move towards the right hand side. We roll up, lifting up into a sitting position again. And this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and please subscribe to the channel if you found.
Come to sit up nice and tall and start with some breathing. So as you inhale, take a nice long breath through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Repeat 5 breaths. And then bringing the palms together in a prayer pose. Just going to carry on some breathing here. So inhale and exhale. Focusing on your breath here. Softening the eyes, let them close. Okay, then bring the arms out in front of you, interlock our fingers, stretching out the fingertips, remembering to focus on our breathing, so inhale and exhale, Inhale and exhale. Hands still interlock, but stretching overhead, still keeping the arms nice and straight. Keeping your back nice and straight as well. Then exhale, lower the arms down. And we go into our first pose, so seated side stretch. Placing one hand on the ground and your other arm reaching over your head. Hold this for 5 breaths, and then we'll come back to the middle and repeat on the other side. Okay, exhale, bring the arms back down to the middle, and we're going to go into a butterfly stretch. So bring the soles of your feet together and your legs wide apart. You can hold onto our feet here. Let's just soften our eyes, focus on our breathing again. Exhale, slowly coming up the butterfly stretch into a forward stretch. So sitting down with our legs out straight in front of us, and we're going to try and reach our toes, lengthening our spine. And I'm going to come into a cat and cow pose. So we're coming onto all fours. So on your hands and knees. Inhale, rounding our back. Breathing in. And then exhale, lowering our tummies towards the floor and lifting our heads up towards the sky. And we're just going to do this for 5 breaths. So inhale, rounding the back. And exhale, dropping the bellies towards the floor. And when we're ready, tuck in the toes and lift up for a downward dog. Keeping the knees bent, or you can keep them straight. Arms out in front of you straight, pushing down through your heels. And stepping forward to come into a frog pose. So keep our feet firmly on the floor with our legs apart. And we're just going to put our palms together like we did in a prayer pose. Remember to inhale and exhale. Let's come down into a child's pose now. Coming onto your knees, lowering our bodies towards the floor, arms out in front of us. And then just bringing the arms back, so we're in a more comfortable position here. Just letting our heads rest on the floor. Just focus on our breathing again here. And exhale, slowly coming out of the child's pose into a cobra. So onto our hands and knees. Just shuffle back a little bit, lifting our chest up, keeping our arms straight. Then slowly coming down from cobra. We're going to still stay in this position, but we're going to rest our elbows on the floor instead, so our body's a bit lower towards the floor. And let's come back up, and we're going to go into a happy baby pose. So come to laying on your back, bring your knees into your chest, and with your hands try reaching your toes. Keep the knees tucked into your chest. And slowly bringing the knees back down, but staying on our backs. We're going to keep the feet firmly pressed into the floor, and then on exhale we're just going to lift our hips up towards the sky, keeping our arms firmly into the floor. And then exhale, coming back down. Coming up, and we're going to be sitting on our feet here. So tuck the toes in, or you can just keep them flat. Leave the hands resting on our thighs, and just focus on our breathing again here. So breathe in through your nose, and exhale out through your mouth. And then let's finish this routine off in a corpse pose. So coming to lay on our backs again. Hands down by our sides, legs out nice and straight. And let's just rest in this pose as long as needed.